There's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, YouTube? So today I'm going to be doing my recap of the Akbar and Tommie Lee conversation that they had last night. So it aired last night. They released the teaser for it about like a week or two ago. Before I get started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Let me know if you guys watched the conversation, and just comment down below what you think overall. So last night they met up to do the conversation or whatever. And first of all, I just feel like these two shouldn't have been the ones having the conversation. It should have been Jocelyn and Tommie, because if you guys don't know, Jocelyn had Tommie put in jail. So that's somebody that those two deserve to have a conversation over anyone. So that was kind of irritating to me, but whatever. Because the origin of their beef is basically that one day Tommie was going into the studio and Akbar was already in the studio or whatever. And when Akbar was, I guess, singing or whatever in the studio, not singing, rapping, Tommie came in there and Tommie interrupted her session. And I guess she didn't introduce herself or say hi. So Akbar took that as like she's disrespecting her. So next thing you know, they started exchanging words and then they started fighting in the studio. So that's why they have beef to begin with. That's how it really started. So since then, Tommie and her haven't gotten along since. And Akbar went on a radio station interview and started talking about the fight or whatever, because nobody knew that it happened until Akbar started talking about it. So when Akbar started talking about it, that's when everybody found out about it. And Akbar was saying like, hey, she whooped her. Like, this was, y'all got to remember, Akbar, as y'all can see in this picture, she lost a lot of weight. Before then, y'all remember, she was bigger. So at that time, she was like, hey, I put my whole weight on her. Basically, like, she smushed the hell out of Tommie, which I could believe, to be honest. So Tommie, of course, was mad about that. So that's how their beef started, whatever. So the episode starts off with both of them just separate in their own little quarters and them talking to their team. So let's start with Akbar team. Akbar team is fake. You can't tell me, because the whole time Akbar was talking, you could tell they was like snickering and laughing. I don't know if they was laughing because some of the stuff that Akbar was saying was funny, or if they were laughing because they take Akbar as a joke. But they were just laughing. And I ain't look at them. I'm like, Tommie was talking about ops the whole time. What's her name? Akbar is the one who got the ops for the whole freaking thing, because it's not a serious thing that they're doing, but like, if I'm talking, your friend should be like giggling, ha kiki, and making smirking faces like this a whole joke, or like she's a joke. Because some of the stuff she was saying, like, hey, I got my album coming out, I got more deals on the table, serious stuff on the way, blah blah blah, and her friends are like, those are some fake friends. Like, nah, like, that was not cool. Like, when I seen that, I was like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I felt embarrassed for Akbar, because that just didn't look right. So, and then does Akbar really actually talk like that? Because I know she's from Atlanta, but her Atlanta accent is so freaking thick. She's like, yeah, man, like, I ain't with the you pump faking, you feel me? So like, at the end of the day, we either gonna box it out, it's gonna be kosher, or it's not gonna be pork, cause I don't eat pork, I'm vegan, you feel me? So like, if we're gonna fight. But Tommie, it's not gonna get X-rated, because you feel me, it's rated R. Like, does she really talk like that? Like, I was so shocked. I was like, damn, her accent thick as hell. Like, I felt like she was putting it on heavier just for show. I don't really think she actually talks like that for real, but that's just me. And then let's get to Tommie's team. So Tommie, she didn't have a lot of team, like a lot of people in her crew, which shows that like she might be a real person, because somebody who carries like a whole entourage, they usually like the fakest people out there, especially in Hollywood. So she only had like this guy who I think is like her manager / assistant, sort of, whatever. This girl there, and then this guy with he had a blur on his face. I think that's Tommie's nigga. Don't get me wrong, I think that's Tommie nigga. Like, I really think so. And I think he asked them, hey, don't show my face, blur my face out. Like, I don't want to be on camera type stuff. So Tommie was talking about the whole situation. She was saying that Akbar V kind of exaggerated the fight, and that they didn't actually really fight like how she said it. She was just like, oh, she was just making it seem worse than it was. Like, it wasn't as big as of a fight as Akbar made it seem, which I don't think it's true. I don't think Akbar would make it up. Like, she wouldn't just make that story up for no reason. Like, I really think that fight happened how it did, and I think Tommie is embarrassed about the fight because she didn't think that Akbar would put it out there. I think that she thought Akbar and her would just fight and then it would just be that. So I think she felt some type of way about that off the rip. But at the end of the day, she whipped your ass and then she exposed you. Don't feel no type of way about it. Don't make it seem like the girl was lying. Like, I really do think that it happened the way it happened. And I think that Akbar put all her weight on her like Red did Jada on Bad Girls Club. But hey, that's just me. So then they cut to where after they both talk and they separate or whatever and they hold their own corridors, like them talking to their crew, they show like a cutoff of Tommie just going crazy on her team. She was just like, "Oh my god, da 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 da, you playing that damn Jocelyn style, doing that like it's my b day." So I got some exclusive, not tea or whatever, but I got more backstory of why she said that. So Tommie went on live before this aired, and I'm gonna leave the link in the bio. She said that the reason why she mentioned Jocelyn's do it like it's my b day is because her friend, excuse me, my bad, her friend basically posted like an Instagram story or whatever and then put the song, like, you know, when you go on Instagram and then you could put a song over an Instagram story, she clicked music and then put do it like it's my b-day as a song option or whatever. So it made her feel some type of way because she was like, hey, if you my friend, why you playing that song? Especially like I said in the beginning of the video, Jocelyn put Tommie in jail. She had Tommie in jail, and Tommie had to pay $50K, which is so much damn money for some BS love hip hop crap to get out of jail. If I was Tommie, I would never forgive her either, because that's a lot of money. You can't get $50,000 back. It's not like $5 where you just lose it and you'll be straight. That's $50K. Like, I understand Tommie 100%. So that's why she said to do it like it's my b-day thing. I really thought from the teaser, like, Zeus is really funny with that type of stuff. They didn't even explain the backstory. I thought that somebody in her entourage, when they was getting prepared, started playing do it like it's my b-day in the dressing room, and I thought that's why she was going off on her team, but that wasn't the case. That's why she went off on her team, is because of her friend, and they just edited that in there as if it happened right then and there, but it happened on a break. Like, they got ready or whatever, and I guess they went to go get something to eat or something, and that's when she saw the story, and that's when she started tripping outside of the conversation house. So that's a little backstory if y'all didn't know why she mentioned Jocelyn do it like it's my b-day. Which Jocelyn, she probably saw that and was kikiing that whole time. She was like, she jealous. You know the bitches can't get like me. You know they mad. Look at her. She's still fighting. She talk about my song. Like, she's an idiot. Like, I know Jocelyn was probably like that. So it's sad that Tommie had to bring her up. She should have just acted it like it never happened and kind of snapped on her friend afterwards. So then they end up meeting up, right? Both of them don't even sit down. So it's not even the sit down. And this is what I think about the conversation. Lumel needs to do better. They need to add a host. They need to add a mediator. You can't have a conversation with two people that don't get along, with at least with somebody that's a neutral party that don't know none of y'all, that could kind of get both of y'all to shut up and get answers from front of both of y'all. Like, that's just that. Like, it needs to be somebody neutral doing it, whether it be Lumel, which is the executive producer, which, by the way, he was throughout this whole episode, right? But he kept blurring his face. But I know what he looks like on Instagram, and he's been on like a couple of the shows and stuff like that. So it's like, you could tell it was him besides that, behind that blur. So I don't know why he keeps blurring out his face. Like, Mona never blurred out her face. We know she was in the middle of the mess and the drama. Like, stop it. We know that was you, Lumel. So good try, but we see your face. We see your face. But yeah, they need to add a mediator to do the conversation. Like, we get it's supposed to be raw and explicit and all that, but we need somebody to get answers out of the both people that's having a conversation. So yeah. And they also dropped a teaser last night with Bobby Lights and Roller Ray having a conversation, which they didn't even need a conversation, because like both of them, Bobby's not gonna hit Roller Ray in a wheelchair. They don't have real beef. You get what I'm saying? A real conversation would have been between Santana and Roller Ray. Santana, I don't think would do it. Santana, I don't think would do it. But for the right amount of money, he might probably consider it. But I really don't think he would just be like, okay, I'm gonna just do it. They would have to give him like a pretty ass check for him to even really like look at it like, okay, I might sit down with this fool and actually do it. But hey, so they get there, they start talking to each other, whatever. And Akbar V, I think, really wanted to kind of sort it out and solve their issues. But Tommie was drunk. The whole episode, you could tell she was either drunk or high on something. You can't tell me she was in her right, sober state of mind. Like, the girl was drunk. I don't know why she tried to cap and lie. Like, we get it, Tommie. Like, you probably changed a little bit since Love and Hip Hop, but you can't tell me you wasn't drunk in that episode. Like, everybody could tell she was drunk and inebriated in that episode because just the way she was acting was freaking crazy. Like, she kept slurring her words. She was giggling in between it because Akbar was like, okay, I'm gonna give you the floor, whatever, to say what you gotta say. And then she's like, well, the floor is mine. The floor, when I open sheet, the floor is mine. I'm just like, come on, like, stop. Like, I felt so bad. Like, Tommie should have never did it. In the live, she also mentioned that she should have never did the conversation, which I think she should never did it either, because all they did is reaffirm what we know about her on Love Hip Hop, that she's still drunk, she's still acting crazy, she's still going insane. And it made Akbar look good, because look at Akbar. She looks skinny as hell. She got her own, she got the Fantasia hairdo, but blonde. You feel me? Her face beat to the god. She's snatched. You feel me? So it's like, it made Akbar look good, and it made Tommie look really, really, really bad. So I really, oh my God, her team really should have thought this over. The check must have been really nice. But once they started saying little things to each other, they first said, like, Akbar gave Tommie the floor, and then Tommie was just like, oh, like, why you saying I'm going crazy, whatever? Because Akbar was like, oh, I seen you outside going crazy, all your people, like, something wrong with you or whatever, like, you drunk, like, I already tell you drunk. So Tommie, of course, an alcoholic feels like that. When somebody calls them an alcoholic, they go crazy. So she started going crazy. She, oh my God, I'm not drunk, you crazy as hell, blah blah blah. They say one little thing to each other, and then Tommie's like, you know what, I'm done with this. Give me my check. That's it. This is what I mean why we need a mediator. Has somebody been there in the middle, they could have kind of like got the answers from both sides, but they couldn't do that. Like, it was just irritating. So then they just kept fighting. They separated them again. They went into each quarters or whatever. And Akbar V, the whole episode was moved. We could tell this situation did not bother her not one bit. Like, she just came there for the check. Like, she was laughing at Tommie right when they finished that first meet together. She was just like, yeah, that girl drunk as hell. I don't know what's wrong with her. She laughing. She like, I don't got time for this. Like, Akbar didn't care. So yeah, they did meet again. And then this time they just start insulting each other and stuff. She was just like, oh, why'd you have to go on the radio and make up lies about what happened that night and blase, blase, blase. And once they start arguing, Tommie, of course, does it in Tommie fashion. She gets a vase and throws and tries to like throw it like a vase or something, tries to throw that Akbar. And you know, already know Akbar wasn't having it. She started going crazy or whatever. And of course, Tommie turns against production, always does. I Love Hip Hop, she did. Starts turning against production, called Lumella beat at, I ain't gonna say the words because I'm trying to get monetized. At nigga. So yeah, started turning against Lumella, whatever. And then that basically was it. They met up about like 2 times face to face, not even close, but like separately. And then yeah, so that's mostly what happened. Zeus needs to get their crap together, because this is not only making black people look bad. I'm not trying to go on no like Martin Luther King type rant, but it does make black people look bad because there hasn't been a person of other races on the conversation. Like, I haven't seen an episode of the conversation with 2 white people. You feel me? So, and if y'all gonna do it, at least do it right. Have somebody to mediate it, or at least have fan questions or something to where like they have to answer questions on the screen, be like, oh, why I got beef? At least if it's not gonna be a person mediating it, let it be like a screen of questions that both of y'all gotta answer, like something like that. But it just can't be them just both meeting, because it's never gonna end right. The only conversation I've seen that actually went like sort of right was the one between Masika and Hazel E. They actually talked out some stuff. They might have not left with no resolution, but they got out their aggression. Masika ended up fighting one of Hazel E people, and they basically got out what they wanted to say about each other and everything. So that was actually a good conversation, and they didn't have somebody mediating it, but not everybody's the same. That's why this one needed a mediator for real, because these 2 girls, they're gonna fist fight. Like, they're not with the talking, neither of them. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the conversation. To me, it was kind of annoying. It gave me a little bit of a headache. It could have been better. I thought it was gonna be more content, not too much. It wasn't enough content. It was a lot of background stuff and behind the scenes stuff that was shown more than actual content. Comment down below if you watched the conversation last night, and who do you guys think came out supreme in this battle between Akbar and Tommie? All right.